The story begins at the University of Virginia, where Steve Huffman, known as Spaz, meets Alexis, his future business partner. They become close friends due to their shared passion for computing. Their first startup idea, My Mobile Menu, fails to gain enough financial support. They recognize the growing potential of internet culture and decide to create a site that would be the front page of the internet, initially called Snoo. However, they discover that the domain name is already taken and eventually settle on the name Reddit. With funding from angel investors, Reddit is released on June 23, 2005. To make the website appear more active, they create fake accounts and post content. In November 2005, Reddit merges with competitor site Infogami, bringing on a new co-founder named Aaron Swartz. Reddit's popularity starts to soar after the merge. However, differences in their views arise between Aaron and Spaz. Aaron believes in using the internet as a tool for free speech and holding governments and corporations accountable, while Spaz sees it as a business opportunity. This division between them would go on to shape the internet as we know it today. In 2005, the internet was experiencing revolutionary changes with the release of Facebook and YouTube, while Reddit was still in its early stages. Aaron Swartz envisioned the internet as an electronic libertarian utopia, free from government regulation and corporate corruption. He saw Reddit as a platform for ordinary people to reclaim power and promote free speech. Co-founder Alexis shared similar values and joined Aaron in opposing the Stop Online Piracy Act and advocating for free speech. During this period, tech giants defended the principles of free speech, and Reddit served as a hub for serious and diverse discussion. However, significant changes were on the horizon for Reddit in the years to come. In October 2006, Reddit was sold to Condé Nast Publications, the owners of a Wired magazine, for a reported $10 to $20 million. After the acquisition, the team moved to San Francisco. However, Aaron Swartz began to express concerns about corporate influence over Reddit and his belief in free speech. In January 2007, Swartz was fired from Reddit. By 2009, the co-founders went their separate ways. With the money from Reddit, Aaron Swartz used his computing knowledge to embark on political action. In 2010, he conducted a project with Stanford law students to uncover connections between funders of legal research and the legal system. He discovered disturbing information about law professors receiving lobbying money from companies like ExxonMobil. Aaron continued campaigning for free speech and political transparency, and his activities caught the attention of the FBI. Aaron Swartz traveled across the US giving talks on the importance of free speech and open internet. He played a role in preventing the Stop Online Piracy Act from being passed. However, 3 months after his speech, Aaron was arrested and faced charges that could result in 50 years of prison and a $1 million fine. Faced with the prospect of a harsh punishment and feeling cornered by the government, Aaron Swartz tragically committed suicide after 5 months of his arrest. Aaron's death marked the end of an era when the internet was relatively free of censorship. In 2014, Reddit underwent significant development, experiencing a massive increase in page views. Media scrutiny led to accusations of sexism and a negative reputation for Reddit. Alan Pow was appointed as CEO, signaling a change in the platform's direction. Pow announced that Reddit was no longer a platform for free speech and began banning subreddits to escape the bad reputation associated with free speech consequences. The appointment of power mods like Gallowboo further emphasized the shift towards increased censorship and power consolidation. The community's criticism of the power structure led to threats of banishment. Pow eventually resigned as CEO, but it became clear that Spaz would take an even more authoritarian stance in replacing Pow. Spaz's tenure as CEO of Reddit brought significant changes, mostly negative. He removed Aaron Swartz's legacy from the platform, scrapping posts and altering comments that he disliked. Spaz introduced a quarantine feature which silenced communities without breaking any rules, primarily to discredit content he personally disagreed with. He even edited comments in the r/TheDonald subreddit to distort the posts. The combination of power-hungry moderators and censoring administrators led to widespread censorship of political opinions on Reddit. Users critical of the moderators or expressing dissenting views were banned and their posts removed. Reddit moderators gained immense power and influence, often receiving compensation from companies for advertising products on the platform. Reddit also turned a blind eye to corporate propaganda and political censorship, exemplified by the manipulation of Reddit during Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign. Reddit's submission to the Chinese government further highlighted its era of censorship. In 2019, Tencent, a Chinese company known for censorship, made a $150 million investment in Reddit. This raised concerns among users that the platform, once known for uncensored free speech, would now be subject to censorship to comply with the Chinese Communist Party's demand. Tencent has a history of censoring content on its platforms in China and collaborating with Chinese authorities to provide access to user data. The influence of power-hungry moderators, corporations, and Chinese propaganda has transformed Reddit from its earlier values. The platform's valuation increased to $3 billion in 2019 and reached $6 billion in 2021. Reddit moderators had the potential to prevent this erosion of free speech, but failed to do so. This shift in Reddit's model has also contributed to a broader wave of censorship across the internet. Currently, Reddit is experiencing a significant decline due to an organized protest that took place from June 12th to 14th, 2023. During this period, a large portion of Reddit's content went dark, including 458 million posts, 5.7 billion comments, and 102 billion total karma. The protest was sparked by Reddit's decision to charge for API access, with plans to implement the charges starting from July 1st. This move will have severe consequences for third-party apps and moderators, as they will be unable to afford the costs, leading to their shutdown by July 1st. Apollo, a popular third-party app, announced its closure due to the high costs. API access is crucial for third-party apps and provides important information about users to maintain community safety. Many fear that this pricing change will lead to the demise of third-party apps and negatively impact the diverse communities that make Reddit unique. As a response, several major subreddits went on strike and temporarily shut down. The situation has raised concerns about the future of Reddit as a company, with predictions that this protest signifies the beginning of the end for the platform.